The studio lights blazed down on the set of The View, where the co-hosts were gathered around their familiar round table, sipping coffee and exchanging pleasantries before the cameras rolled. Liv, Oprah Winfrey, the surprise guest that morning, sat poised in her chair, her presence alone commanding the room's attention with an aura of wisdom and authority earned from decades in the spotlight. Joy Behar, the sharp-tongued veteran of the show, adjusted her glasses and leaned forward, ready to dive into the day's hot topics with her trademark wit and unfiltered opinions. As the theme music faded and the audience applause died down, moderator Whoopi Goldberg introduced Oprah, praising her as a trailblazer in media and philanthropy, setting the stage for what was supposed to be an inspiring conversation about empowerment and resilience. But tensions simmered beneath the surface. Rumors had swirled for weeks about creative differences among the hosts, and Joy's recent comments on social media about celebrity influence had subtly shaded Oprah's empire. The exchange began innocently enough, with Oprah sharing anecdotes from her latest book tour, emphasizing the power of vulnerability in leadership. Joy interjected with a quip about how vulnerability sometimes masked calculated branding, her tone laced with sarcasm that drew a few chuckles from the audience but a raised eyebrow from Oprah. The media mogul paused, her smile unwavering, and responded with a pointed question about authenticity in broadcasting, subtly challenging Joy's long-standing role on the show. The back-and-forth escalated quickly, as Joy defended her right to critique public figures, arguing that blind admiration led to complacency in society. Oprah countered by recounting her own battles against criticism, suggesting that Joy's cynicism might stem from personal frustrations rather than genuine insight. The audience gasped as the words hung in the air, the other co-hosts shifting uncomfortably in their seats, trying to steer the discussion back to lighter fare. Sunny Hostin attempted to mediate, but the damage was done. Joy's face flushed with indignation, and she fired back about Oprah's alleged control over narratives in Hollywood. Oprah, ever the composed icon, leaned in closer, her voice steady but firm, dismantling Joy's arguments with facts from her career, highlighting how perseverance trumped negativity. The heated exchange reached a boiling point when Joy accused Oprah of using her platform to silence dissenting voices, a claim that Oprah refuted by inviting Joy to reflect on her own contributions to divisive discourse. The studio fell silent for a moment, the live broadcast capturing every nuance of the confrontation, with viewers at home glued to their screens in disbelief. As commercials approached, Joy stood up abruptly, her chair scraping against the floor, and declared that she couldn't continue in an environment where honesty was punished. Oprah watched calmly as Joy stormed off the set, the audience murmuring in shock, marking a dramatic turn in daytime television history that would dominate headlines for days. The remaining hosts scrambled to fill the airtime, but the impact of the moment lingered, a testament to the raw power of unscripted clashes among titans. In the aftermath of Joy's dramatic exit, the camera panned back to Oprah, who maintained her composure with the grace of someone who had navigated far stormier waters in her illustrious career. Whoopi Goldberg, sensing the need to regain control, thanked Oprah for her insights and pivoted to a commercial break, but the buzz in the studio was palpable, with producers whispering frantically backstage about how to handle the fallout. Social media erupted almost instantly, with hashtags like #JoyQuitsTheView and #Oprah vs. Joy trending worldwide. Fans divided between those who sided with Joy's bold authenticity and those who admired Oprah's unflinching poise. Back on air after the break, the co-hosts addressed the elephant in the room, with Sarah Haynes expressing surprise and hoping for Joy's return, while Alyssa Farah Griffin suggested that passionate debates were what made the show unique. Oprah, seizing the opportunity, turned the incident into a teachable moment, discussing the importance of respectful dialogue in an increasingly polarized world. Drawing from her experiences interviewing world leaders and everyday heroes alike, she emphasized that quitting in the heat of the moment might feel liberating but often led to regrets, subtly implying that Joy's decision was impulsive. Meanwhile, reports from insiders leaked that Joy had been contemplating leaving the show for months due to scheduling conflicts and creative burnout, but this exchange with Oprah proved to be the final straw. Viewers speculated wildly online, some claiming the whole thing was staged for ratings, while others pointed to Joy's past feuds as evidence of her fiery temperament. Oprah, ever the strategist, used the platform to promote her wellness initiatives, turning the chaos into a narrative about personal growth and emotional intelligence. As the episode wrapped up without Joy's return, the producers faced a dilemma: how to fill the void left by one of the show's most beloved and controversial figures. Interviews with former co-hosts surfaced, reminiscing about similar on-air tensions that had shaped The View's legacy. Oprah departed the set amid applause, her reputation enhanced as the unflappable queen of talk shows, while Joy was spotted leaving the building, phone in hand, perhaps already planning her next move in the media landscape. The incident sparked debates on talk shows across networks, with pundits analyzing every word exchanged, from body language to underlying motivations. In the days following, Joy issued a statement on her social media, confirming her departure and thanking fans for their support over the years, hinting at new projects that would allow her more freedom. Oprah, in a follow-up interview, wished Joy well, underscoring that disagreements could lead to positive change if handled with maturity. The View's ratings skyrocketed, proving once again that controversy sells, but at what cost to the relationships built over seasons of shared airtime. Delving deeper into the roots of the conflict, it's essential to understand the personalities involved. Oprah Winfrey, the self-made billionaire whose journey from poverty to global influence inspired millions, and Joy Behar, the comedian-turned-commentator known for her no-holds-barred takes on politics and pop culture. Their paths had crossed before, but never with such intensity. Oprah's guest appearances on The View were typically harmonious, focusing on uplifting themes, while Joy's role often involved playing devil's advocate to spark discussion. This time, however, the topic veered into personal territory when Oprah brought up the challenges of aging in the public eye, a subject Joy had joked about frequently but perhaps felt too close to home. The exchange intensified as Oprah shared stories of overcoming adversity, implicitly contrasting her approach with what she perceived as Joy's negativity. Joy, feeling attacked, retaliated by questioning the authenticity of Oprah's branded optimism, suggesting it glossed over real societal issues. The audience, a mix of loyal fans and tourists, reacted with a blend of cheers and boos, amplifying the drama unfolding live. Behind the scenes, the control room was in pandemonium, with directors debating whether to cut to commercial early or let the moment play out for maximum impact. Oprah's responses were measured, drawing on her interviewing skills to turn questions back on Joy, forcing her to defend her positions under scrutiny. Joy, unaccustomed to being on the defensive, grew increasingly agitated, her voice rising as she accused Oprah of monopolizing the conversation. The turning point came when Oprah calmly stated that true empowerment came from within, not from tearing others down, a line that struck a chord with many but evidently pushed Joy over the edge. Standing up, Joy announced her resignation on the spot, citing an inability to continue in a space where her voice was diminished. The shockwaves rippled through the entertainment industry, with celebrities weighing in on social media, some praising Joy's courage, others lauding Oprah's wisdom. Analysts predicted a shakeup for The View, potentially leading to new hosts or format changes to recapture the magic. Oprah, in post-show reflections, emphasized forgiveness and growth, turning the incident into a broader message about handling conflict gracefully. Joy, meanwhile, retreated to her home, surrounded by supporters who encouraged her to start her own venture, perhaps a podcast or book detailing her experiences. The media frenzy continued, with tabloids speculating on hidden feuds and contract disputes, while fans petitioned for Joy's return. Ultimately, this clash highlighted the volatile nature of live television, where egos and opinions collide in real time, leaving lasting impressions on both participants and viewers alike. As the dust settled from the explosive episode, reflections on the broader implications began to emerge, with media critics dissecting how such moments reflect the evolving landscape of daytime talk shows. The View, since its inception by Barbara Walters, had thrived on diverse viewpoints, but this incident raised questions about the line between healthy debate and toxic confrontation. Oprah's involvement added a layer of star power, elevating the drama to national news status, with clips going viral across platforms like TikTok and YouTube. Joy's abrupt quit was seen by some as a stand against perceived bullying, while others viewed it as an overreaction to constructive criticism. Interviews with audience members revealed mixed feelings. Some felt the exchange was exhilarating, a rare glimpse of unfiltered reality TV, while others were disappointed by the lack of resolution. Oprah, capitalizing on the attention, announced new initiatives through her OWN network, focusing on conflict resolution workshops inspired by the event. Joy, in her first public appearance post-quit, appeared on a late-night show, laughing off the drama but admitting the emotional toll it took. Speculation arose about potential reconciliations, with rumors of private apologies exchanged via mutual friends. The View's producers issued a statement expressing regret over the turn of events and affirming their commitment to inclusive discussions. Ratings analysis showed a spike not seen since major political scandals, proving the enduring appeal of personality-driven content. Oprah's brand remained untarnished, if not strengthened, as she positioned herself as a mediator in cultural conversations. Joy explored new opportunities, including stand-up tours and writing gigs, embracing her freedom from the daily grind. The incident sparked academic discussions on gender dynamics in media, with Oprah representing aspirational success and Joy embodying relatable candor. Fans created memes and fan fiction imagining alternate endings, from reconciliations to spin-off shows. In the end, this heated exchange served as a reminder that even icons aren't immune to human frailties, and that quitting can sometimes be the boldest act of self-preservation in a high-stakes industry. Exploring the personal backstories adds depth to the narrative. Oprah's rise from a troubled childhood in Mississippi to becoming a media titan involved overcoming immense obstacles, including abuse and discrimination, which forged her resilient spirit. Joy, born in Brooklyn to Italian-American parents, honed her comedic chops in clubs before landing on The View, where her liberal views and humor endeared her to audiences for over 2 decades. Their clash wasn't just about words, it symbolized a generational and philosophical divide in how women in media navigate power and criticism. Post-incident, Oprah hosted a special on her network delving into on-air meltdowns throughout TV history, using the event as a case study without naming names. Joy, meanwhile, penned an op-ed for a major publication, detailing her side and advocating for mental health breaks in demanding careers. The View adapted by inviting guest hosts, testing chemistry for permanent replacements, while loyal viewers tuned in hoping for updates. Social media polls showed divided opinions, with younger demographics siding with Joy's authenticity and older ones appreciating Oprah's poise. Industry insiders whispered about potential lawsuits or settlements, though none materialized publicly. Oprah's philanthropy efforts gained traction, with donations tied to empowerment programs surging in the wake of the publicity. Joy's comedy special sold out, her material riffing on the experience with self-deprecating humor. The event even inspired parody sketches on Saturday Night Live, cementing its place in pop culture lore. Reflections from co-hosts in subsequent episodes revealed underlying tensions that had built over time, exacerbated by the pandemic's impact on production. Oprah and Joy's paths might cross again at industry events, but for now, the distance allowed healing. This saga underscored the fragility of on-screen personas, revealing the real people behind the glamour, and how a single exchange can alter careers forever. Looking forward, the legacy of this moment on The View promises to influence future programming, encouraging more structured debates to prevent similar escalations while preserving the show's edgy appeal. Oprah continues to expand her empire, with new books and productions that promote unity amid division. Joy embarks on independent projects, free from network constraints, potentially revolutionizing her career trajectory. Fans remain hopeful for a reunion special, where the two could hash out differences in a controlled setting, turning conflict into catharsis. The incident has also prompted discussions on workplace dynamics in entertainment, advocating for better support systems for hosts under pressure. Media courses now include this as a textbook example of live TV unpredictability. Oprah's message of empathy resonates more than ever, inspiring viewers to handle disagreements with grace. Joy's boldness encourages others to speak up when feeling marginalized. Together, their exchange, though heated, highlights the human element in broadcasting, where passions run high and outcomes are uncertain. As time passes, What began as a quitting moment may evolve into a story of reinvention for both women, proving that endings can lead to exciting new beginnings in the ever-changing world of television.